This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ICC football season wrap-up show. Talking with Coach Sean Cannon this afternoon. And Coach, first off, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach. So you finished 5-4 in the year. I think this is your fourth straight winning season as a head coach here at ICC. Just real quick, kind of just take a look back over the season.
Yeah, we had some opportunities to, sometimes we felt like to probably finish 7-2 there, and thought let one slip away, against East Central and, of course, the Mississippi Delta game. But, we did come back from a lot of games that we got down early and stuff. And so pretty memorable season, the Northeast game. I think the kids will probably remember that one for the rest of their life, the way we come back on that one. And then, we go play Northwest there for a chance to get the shot to the playoffs. So didn't really finish how we wanted to, but overall, it was a pleasing season. Anytime you have a winning record, it's always good.
We're going to kind of break it down game by game and look back at the start of the season. Pearl River, it was a bit of a wild season, and I think the start of the season kind of set the tone for it there. Had that, I think, about 45-minute weather delay to start the season.
Sure did.
So just, we're able to come back from behind, win that one 34-30. So, kind of set the tone early there.
It was, we got down there, we played them at 6, or they played us at 6 to give us a little bit of chance to get home earlier, and then I think we kicked off right at a little after 7, so didn't really matter as much there, but, we were down, I think, 20 points there at the half, and, and I kind of challenged the kids that we're either going to play like we've been playing, or we'll stop playing like we've been playing and come out and fight, and we did, and hit a big run there at the end of the game, and defense started stepping up and made some plays, and just proved the kids' character a little bit of how we can come back and play well when we wanted to, and so it was good to get that first road win out of the way for sure.
You come home for back-to-back games against East Central and number 1 East Mississippi. East Central had a chance late in the game. Just that one got away from us. Dropped that one 34-28. But that was kind of the emergence of Clark Mills this season.
He did. We were down again at half. I believe the same score was against Pearl River, and so we made a change there at quarterback, and Clark really come in and give us a spark. And you go back and look at that game. 2 block punts that really cost us the victory. And go back and you watch it, and it's like their ability to want to block it versus our inability to want to block for our punter. And it just caught us early. I think that's the first time in my 9 years here that we even got anybody close to getting a punt for us. So. But Clark did come in and had our chance at the end. Felt like we let that game slip away from us, and. But that's the way. But the ball bounces if you don't. If you don't go in and play out to do that. So it was bad to get that one, to lose that one at home. And then you turn around, and you had to play Scuba there. Good football team. Of course, they're playing for the national title here in a couple weeks, and run through the league. Had our chances there to go in. With a decent score at halftime. Would give up 2 big plays there following the kickoff return, I believe, right before the half, and just. Against good teams, you shoot yourself in the foot, and that's kind of what we did against them. And and that was our first conference game, and that was important to hopefully try to get that one early. And but we knew the way the schedule worked out, we had the 2 big boys, if you'd say, at the front and at the end, and felt like that we want to try to come out at least 1-1 out of those 2 games if possible, but. didn't get that one at home, and that was disappointing. But they're always a good program.
Coach, then you went to Kahoma, picked up a 49-28 win there at Kahoma. Kahoma's probably one of the most improved football teams over the last 3 years. A hard-fought victory.
Always are. They're going to play you tooth and nail. And I told our kids that. I said we're going to go over there and they're going to give you a dog fight, and they did. But we found a way to make some plays offensively, hit some big plays. I remember that game, and did a good job in the kicking game that game to give us some opportunities there. But that was our first North Road win there, and and I tell our kids every time, you get a chance to go on the road and win a game in our league, it's regardless of what the score was, it's always special to get that one. So that was good to come back, especially after 2 losses that we had, to bounce back and get a win.
And then you host Northeast, and Coach, you've been here 9 years. I've been here 8 years, or 8 football seasons, I should say now. And we've seen a lot of football over our years. That might have been one of the wildest football games I've seen in my entire career.
Yeah, to be down 31-17 there with 7, 8 minutes to go in the game, and you just never really lost hope. Kind of felt like we'd ever just kind of get a play and make a play here and there, and you give them credit. They come in, I think 1-4, maybe something like that, but they're always going to get up to play us, and they did. And but we got the ball back to the offense there, and we just go down and score with Dinkins, and then we come back and hit the big play to set, I believe, there, and to put it into overtime with 1 minute and 20-something seconds there, and then dodged 100 different bullets going down. Had to stop them on 4th down, get the fake punt. They get the fake punt, and then we bang one off the uprights, but. Kicking game really won that game for us. They were probably better in every phase of the game, offense and defense, but we beat them in the kicking game. Anytime you go block 6 kicks, I think it was, or really 8 or 6, 7 we had, and had 1 call back. But but that's the thing about not taking a play off. Can't never take a play off in this game, and then sending it in overtime, and then they block our kick, and then I didn't even see it. I took my headset off. I started walking down the sideline because I knew it was either going to be over or we're going to stop them. And I remember hearing the crowd cheer, and I remember putting my headset back on, and asked Coach Fox what happened. He said, "Well, Dinkins run him out on the 5." And I'm like, "Well, let's go at it again," And then we go down and hit the pass there, and to Watkins to score, and just a unbelievable win for our kids and for our fans, and the ones that left, they missed a heck of an ending.
Yes.
But anytime you play that way at home and you pull one out, and I told Dr. Allen after the game, I said, I don't really want our fans leaving. I want to feel like they can get their $7 admission fee. They get all their money worth. When they come watch us play. But that was a good win to get. And the kids, so like I said, they'll remember that game for a long time moving forward.
Well, we'd go back and talk about that play by Deshaun Dinkins. That may be a play that lives in infamy for a long, long time here at ICC, because this kid scored. One of my favorite clips that Raphael shot was a Northeast player raising his hand, showing touchdown or putting up number 1, and then the next thing you see Deshaun just fly through there and tackle him at the end. Takes a pretty special kid to have the wherewithal to not only go make that play, but not give up on the play.
Oh, yeah, because, could have, and then I had so many people the next few weeks after that, I need to come to homecoming. I said, why do you want to do that? I said, well, I appreciate it, come on. And they were like, I got to go shake number 4's hand. That was an awesome play that he made to run that guy out of bounds. And, but that was a game for the ages for sure, to beat them.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
Then you pick up a 37-34 hard-fought win at number 18 Holmes. That was your third straight win, and start to pick up a little bit of momentum midway through the season.
Yeah, go to Holmes. It's always a tough place to play. And for what they do offensively, the triple option, it's hard to get ready for a week. In a week's practice, and Holmes has typically played us really good over there. I think it was a couple years ago we had that shootout for their homecoming, last game of the year, and then of course last year we played them for our homecoming, the last game of the year, and they moved the ball, but we had 3 defensive touchdowns that game, and scoring a lot of points on them. But hard fought victory in that one. It was always it's good to beat Holmes, just because you kind of know that's the team that predominantly is that's going to be in that top part of the North every year, but to go down there and get a win, in Goodman was always it's always special to do that. As many times as I played them in the past, we always know what kind of program they run. They're a hard-nosed program, but Clark lit it up that night, I believe. Had got Player of the Week that week, so he but that was also a good victory for sure.
And then, it kind of went the opposite way for us. It's on one of those days you kind of look back at now. It's just where the breaks beat the boys, and they started beating the boys before we even got down there. Had issues with the bus. Basically, showed up to the game, got off the bus, and basically kicked it off. Yeah,
looking back on it, should I try to delay the kickoff? I don't know. I don't know if that really would, a factor. But we're all athletics coaches, players, a creature of habit, and we get down there and we have to basically, usually typically 2 hours before you go out, you're down there and give the trainers time to tape, and then the players trying to to get dressed, and then we're here 45 minutes before kickoff, and we're trying to get, we're scramble mode, and but you go out there and you say, well, you were up 21 to nothing, I believe, or 28-7, whatever it was, and and should have put the game away. Maybe it's 21, whatever it was, 21-7.
21-7.
And go down, should have put the game away there. Should have went up 3 touchdowns. And but I told the kids all week, I said, look, this team, they beat Kahoma, their rival, on the last play of the game, and then they turn around and beat Northeast 41-10 or something like that. So I said, this is a good football team. They've got confidence, and I said, we're going to have to, especially going down to their homecoming, they're always going to be motivated for that. And, turn the ball over, just shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, it's, you can't do it, and that's one game that we just beat ourselves. I don't really know if they beat us on the scoreboard. We just, we basically gave the game to them and beat ourselves, but that's the way it is, And if you go back and look at that one, that was one that was hard pill to swallow for sure.
All right, then you're able to rebound in a big way, 41-0 win on homecoming against Southwest. Just a good rebound and a good win on homecoming.
Yeah, you come back off a loss, and the in a short week at that, have to come back from a Saturday to a Thursday and play, and and really didn't know much about Southwest, because really hadn't played them in a while. I think the first time since 13 maybe. Don't recruit against them a whole lot down there. As far as players, you really don't know who they have. Unlike schools in our division, in our North Division, that we kind of know, those type of kids. And and I told the kids, I said, look, it's either going to be because they had played Jones, they had played, Colin, they played Gulf Coast, and they played some really good football, and record didn't show how good they were. And I told them, I said, well, it's either going to be one of them where they're going to be still on the bus when the game kicks off, or they're going to be ready to go. And but was able to go out there and and shut them out. First time I believe in a couple of years that we'd done that, and then we put some points on the board. But first quarter I think it was 3-0. Into the in the first quarter, but I think we went on a 31-0 scoring streak there to make it 31 or 34, whatever it was there at the half. And so it was always good to get a win on homecoming and festivities of the week and all that. You talk about distractions, but I told the kids, the reason we have homecoming is to for fans and to them to come, watch a football team win a game. So but that secured us our winning record for sure, and that was another goal we wanted to have, and so it was a good victory for homecoming.
And then, Coach, you always want to control your own destiny, and that's what you did going into the last game of the year. Took on number 5 Northwest, and they played like the number 5 team that night. We had our opportunities, just once again, kind of like a couple other games, just couldn't quite cash in when we had that.
Yeah, you go back, and I thought the momentum changed. The halftime score, I really can't remember. It was close. I think they'd scored right there for the half, and felt like we still had a chance. And then the interception that bounced off the ground that they miraculously just picked out of the air and scored and got called a touchdown. Thought the air got let out of our sails a little bit. Go back and look at the film. I mean, even the kid that had the so-called interception, I asked him. I said, "You picked that football?" And he's like, "Oh no, it come off the ground." But referees and officials are human, and they miss things. But you just felt like they at that point they just air went out of our sails a little bit, and we got banged up. Dinkins went out early, and Hiram had to catch, had to run the ball a whole bunch, more than what he would normally done with, him and Dinkins being a 1-2 punch there, and so it was one of them that that we had put a lot of focus on, and but it was a good football team. I think their 2 losses were to Jones and East Mississippi, and so they were a good football team. We knew that, but we had our chances to make our plays early, and against, like I said, about like playing against school, we get good teams. You got to be perfect.
Well, Coach, we always talk about kind of like those points of the season where you see kind of the identity of your football team. What, if you look back on it, what was some of those points maybe, or maybe a point that you kind of saw what this team could be or was going to be?
We felt like, I guess kind of comparing from last year to this past year, you always know you lost a lot of production because you lose a quarterback that's an All-American, a receiver that's an All-American, and really, 3 or 4 receivers that could have been All-American, played like an All-American. Salisbury and Honeycutt, and of course Terry, and you throw Jamel in that mix because he was one of our top guys last year, and of course you had Dan, and it's hard to replace that. That's a lot of production that you're losing. And then defensively, you look at pretty much all of our sophomores last year, all pretty much signed Division I scholarships. You got Travis Silo and Jarvis Hayes, and Devin Hollins and David Little. I mean, you got a lot of production that you lost from a lot of spots. So you really didn't know, and had a good mixture of returning guys. But I thought overall, if you look at, I think Clark coming in against East Central, really proven, and him being a third-team guy all year, up until that point, and really kind of waited his turn and took advantage of it, and I think the kids rallied around him, and, you go back and look at the East Mississippi game, that was one of the most yards that they'd given up, all year, so he proved he could manage good competition and go out there and do that, and then, Jamel Thomas had another solid year for us. Led the country in receptions and yards again, and so those were kind of our go-to guys. And I thought Sean Dinkins come out of really having an okay first year to really how he played this year. Like you said, the unselfishness, and and then Hiram getting him was he brought a spark to our offense, catching the ball and everything, and then you go look at defensively. Had a lot of injuries. Had some guys that removed. Didn't want to play a whole lot, and kind of hit the high road there. But what we finished up with. Not a lot of numbers if you go back and look at it. But I thought we had to step up at some point in times of the year. We did. But I thought if you go back and look at the overall game, the games that we did play, we got to have the inability not to give up big plays, and that's really what bit us in the ankle a bunch this year. And then, then our guy would turn the ball over. That's really what you go back and look at the ones that we didn't play very good in, or even our losses. That's what happened to us, turn the ball over. And but I thought the kicking game was okay this year. Besides the East Central, I thought we did a good job there, and so. But that's the crazy thing about junior college, you lose these guys, and they seem like they're around you forever. And you look up, and they're done. They're gone. But I guess you got to have momentum early and keep it. And that's one thing that we kind of lost that every seemed like week in and week out, except for those 3 that we won there in a row to kind of get us back on track.
Well, Coach, we're going to take a break real quick. We'll come back, talk some postseason honors, and maybe dabble a little bit in the recruiting as well if you've got time.
Sure.
So we'll be back with more right after this.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to the ICC football wrap-up show. Talking with Coach Sean Cannon, and we just talked about the season. And Coach, you had 6 guys earn postseason football honors, and we'll kind of just talk about them one by one real quick, and then hear from them shortly. But Jamel Thomas, what an outstanding career he had. 2 seasons here at ICC. He was named first-team All-State and also All-Region as well.
Yeah, these awards are voted on by the other coaches. We have nothing to do with our own players when we go down to these meetings and we talk about, kids and but you go back and look at every game that he played this year. He production every game, but as you say a lot of times, kind of like in baseball, stats don't lie, and I think he was. When the regular season ended, he was like 30-something catches over the next guy in the country and probably about 300-something yards, and I was hoping to try to get him 1,000 there at the end of the year. I think he finished with 954 or something like that, but it's pretty close to 1,000. But, that's 2 years in a row. We've had a receiver and lead the state or lead the country in receptions and yards, him and Terry. So, but I think the reason he played so well, he had those guys last year that took him under his wing and showed him how to work and all that, but he did a great job for us.
Then defensive back Cortez Davis, he also was named to the All-State first team, as well as offensive lineman Shed Ross. Just talk about those 2 guys.
Yeah, Cortez got here last spring, was a transferred in, got family from Georgia, got family there in Amory, and we was able to get him here this spring, and I think he was third on our team in tackles, and kind of going in there, I didn't really know what the other coaches thought about him, and we were kind of talking about defensive backs, and every one of them was like, "Oh, is that 18 for you?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh man, he's a good player," Yeah. And so did a great job for us. Solid player. Is going to finish up here at Christmas, and got a lot of 4-year schools after him, so he's going to have a great career once he leaves wherever he goes to make somebody else a good football player. Then you had Shed there, was kind of our anchor in the middle for the last couple of years at center for us, and and anytime you can win Because there's a lot of good linemen. Anytime you can win first team in the North with the linemen that are in our division it's a good honor for him, you know. And I thought he did a great job, and he'll finish up at Christmas too. And I think he's got 4 or 5 offers moving forward right now, so he'll continue his football career past here.
All right, then you had sophomore kicker Caleb Comer. He was named to the second team. Freshman linebacker Keyshawn Parker, and then freshman running back Hiram Wallington, also on that second team All-State. So 2 freshmen coming back hopefully next year. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're probably getting some looks as well. But let's start talking with Caleb Comer. You mentioned the importance of a kicking game. Caleb Comer's been pretty solid.
Yep, he's back-to-back 2 years, made All-State 2 years in a row for us, and was a good weapon for us this year. Kicking extra points, field goals, and people don't really realize the value of kickoff coverage, and and he did a good job for us in doing that, and he's getting a lot of looks and people looking for a kicker, and I know how valuable they are, and having him there for the last 2 years has been really good. And then 2 freshmen there, I thought that that stood out the most for us. Had a lot of good freshman play, but I thought Hiram and Keyshawn, obviously the coaches did too, that that voted for them. And Parker was kind of our spark player on defense. You look up, he'd make a play and get everybody else going, but he had a lot of big hits this year and tackles for loss. But he plays football like you're supposed to play it. He's a kind of a throwback player that maybe not pass the look test and all that stuff, but he's going to have his motor running wide. Kind of remind me of C.J. Jackson, kid we had here back in 12 and 13, and just when football was on, here he goes.
Yep.
He's wide open. And then Hiram, of course, talked about him earlier, but he's did a great job for us running the football. Him and Keyshawn are kind of the same mode. Their football, they're eat up with football. And I think that's why they were good. They had a love for the game and working hard, and come in, and both of them did a good job for us for sure.
Well, earlier in the week we had a chance to catch up with those guys and talk about these honors, so we'll take you to that now.
Jamel, big day for you being named not only All-State but also All-Region. Just talk about how that feels.
It's a blessing. I like to thank my coaches and my teammates. It wouldn't be possible without them. And I like to thank my mom and everybody. So it's a blessing.
Cortez, a big day for you, earning MACJC All-State honors. Just talk about how that feels.
It feels amazing, and it's truly a blessing. I want to thank all the coaches, Coach Cannon, my defensive coach, my DB coach, Coach Fox, and the rest of the coaching staff for getting me ready.
All right, big honor for you, being named first team All-State by the MACJC. Just talk about how that feels and what it means to you.
It's a great honor to receive the award. I couldn't do it without the help of my teammates and the coaches. But I want to just thank the man up above for blessing me with this great achievement and making the town of Fulton and the community proud.
Caleb, big day for you, earning All-State honors from the MACJC. Just talk about how that feels.
Oh, it feels great. I mean, it's a blessing. I want to thank my family, and I want to thank Thomas and Spencer and the line for always being good, and I want to thank my coaches for giving me the opportunity to come play there.
All right, Hiram, big honor for you being a freshman, being named All-State. Just talk about this honor and what it means to you.
Well, it means a lot. I knew coming in I had to put in the work to help my team, and I was placed around a lot of guys, and they helped me, they pushed me, especially the sophomore, because they knew what it took. So it just feels good to have this award.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.